Oh, Jesus, Merritt, that's what I just said to myself 5 seconds ago. And I normally just play piano on here or do live blog readings, but this is just a live reaction. I can't even contain myself, not in a positive way. This woman, whose name I have promoted many times, has just doubled down on what the Federal Party did, which I did write an article about yesterday, and sided, essentially, with the Ayatollah. Let's read this. Merritt Stiles. Thousands of Ontarians, especially irate Canadians and those with family and loved ones in the region, are watching with horror. Horror. They're watching with horror. They weren't watching with horror a month ago, apparently. They're watching with horror now during the rescue mission. They're watching with horror as Trump and Netanyahu unleash their illegal war on Iran. Good Lord. It's not a war on Iran. It's a war on the Islamic regime. Was World War II a war on Germany, or was it a war against Nazism? Merritt? Good Lord. Escalation of violence. Excuse me? Escalation of violence? Who is escalating the violence? Count the numbers. The regime killed 50,000 to 100,000 people, and the U.S. and Israel did something about it by, killing 40 military commanders, doing a bunch of targeted strikes. The very rules of war they constantly say are what you should do, be surgical. When it happens, it's unremarked upon, apparently. Escalation of violence, that is Orwellian doublespeak, and it's victim blaming. It's unfeminist, Merritt, to say that the women of Iran deserve no rescue, and that to rescue them is considered an escalation of violence. That's absolutely offensive, and I am disgusted to have ever supported this woman. You're saying this is escalation of violence. Remind me that the next time that you're the victim in some country and you need a military to come rescue you. You're going to call it escalation of violence? Imagine that you're a Persian woman. Let's say you're behind bars. Let's say you're in one of these compounds, and let's say you're waiting for the U.S. to come rescue you. And then you have this white woman in Ontario calling it an escalation of violence. I had some hope that maybe you were against Hamas because you were with women's rights, but now I see that's not the case, Merritt. Escalation of violence, good fucking Lord, whether it's the Iranian government shooting protesters or the surprise airstrike, is wrong. Oh, really? So now we finally get to any mention. How many sentences in are we? They actually mention the wrongdoing that is being responded to in what is a just war. One has to wonder what you'd have to ask Merritt. What would have to be happening in Iran for it to be justified for America to come to the rescue? Are there conditions under which it would be justified for anyone to rescue any woman anywhere in Iran? Tell us what they are, because apparently these conditions aren't good enough for you. Apparently there's no conditions under which the West should come to the rescue. We should just sit back and let abusers abuse. Escalation of violence. Violence is not the path to achieving lasting peace in the region. Well, tell that to the regime. Oh, you're going to say, oh, but we did in this mealy-mouthed little way, just tucked in as one half of a, false equivalence bullshit. Violence is not the path. The choice is not between violence or no violence. Surely you know that war works that way. I'm a pacifist too, Merritt. I'm an actual pacifist. You have to do what it takes for peace. This is Chamberlain-level nonsense. This is appeasement. And it's also a false presumption of uniqueness. Why are you saying that? It's not about... First of all, this assumes there's a unique path, so you're not even thinking clearly just in terms of the structure, the sentence structure, the logical constants. Our thoughts are also with families across the region where civilians, including migrant workers, are losing their lives in the crossfire. Well, I'm glad your thoughts are with them, but you're not thinking too hard about it, are you? Where is the full-throated support of women's rights and freedom for women in Iran? Merritt? The people of Iran deserve to live with peace, stability, and self-determination. Yeah, that's the idea. Have you paid attention to any of this? The Shah is quite happy for people to have a vote, just like we have in Canada, right? We have a monarchy. Do Canadians have self-determination, right? Because if Canadians have self-determination, then that is what we're giving to Iranians, a constitutional monarchy, unless they vote that down, right? I don't know if have you read Pahlavi's 4-point plan? Do you know what you're talking about? You're a leader of a political party, and you're talking out of your ass. Christ. For more, read my article from yesterday. The NDP just sided with the Ayatollah. And I hope you can tell that I'm disappointed in these people. Because, you go into politics because you want to make a difference, and you hope that along the way you're going to find out who is trying to make a difference too. And some people are really not doing that. They're really not doing that. This is the article from yesterday, so read this, folks, as well. I'll put it in the description. It is in the description. And I'll add Merritt's travesty of a little screenshot to the article. Peace.